Ni-Colle is sanitation of food contact surfaces and non-food contact surfaces important in a butcher shop?
These surfaces in a butcher shop may be contaminated with pathogenic bacteria such as E. coli 0157, H7, Salmonella, Listeria and Campylobacter that can make you sick.
So is that why I must have a sanitation program to ensure these surfaces are cleaned and sanitized?
Yes, if you fail to clean and sanitize these surfaces you can have outbreaks like the one that happened at John Barr's shop in Scotland that killed 21 people in 1996.
But how do I know if my sanitation program is effective? How do I monitor my sanitation program?
Some people use ATP measurement, checking for protein residues and visual inspection. But these are all measures of clean, they cannot detect bacteria.
The only way to evaluate a sanitation program effectively and assess the risk posed by pathogens is to use an indicator organism such as E. coli.
E. coli, that is a pathogen.
No, not all E. coli are pathogens. Most E. coli are harmless and are found in the gut of humans and animals. They help with digestion and make vitamins A and K for us.
So how will they help indicate pathogens? How will we know if pathogens are there?
Good question. Because E. coli are only found in the gut of animals, their presence in the food premises an indication that other fecal pathogens can also be present.
Testing for E. coli is a lot easier and less expensive than testing for individual pathogens.
So does that mean I will have to swab the surfaces and wait 3 days for the results to come back from the public health lab?
No, that is the best part. I have good news for you. There is this new rapid test called microsnap E. coli that can find E. coli in 7 hours and let us know if we are cleaning properly.
That sounds fantastic. How does this new test work?
All E. coli produces an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase when they grow. So microsnap detects this enzyme and verifies the presence of E. coli.
But how do we know the enzyme is there?
You swab the surface using a swab and then you incubate it for 7 hours at 37 degrees Celsius. Then you put the inoculum in microsnap E. coli test tube and add a substrate.
What kind of substrate do you add?
Good question. You add a fluorescent substrate and then you incubate the test for 10 minutes at 37 degrees Celsius and then you put it in a luminometer.
What does the luminometer tell us and how does it do it?
The luminometer tells us if any E. coli is present. When the enzyme Fro E. coli hydrolyzes the sugar in the substrate, it gives off light that is read by the luminometer.
How much light does it give off to let us know E. coli is present?
If the reading on the luminometer is 10 relative light units, then E. coli is present. If it is less, no E. coli is present.
Why should I believe microsnap E. coli? How do I know it works? Who is evaluating the evaluator?
Good question. That is my job. That is why I did this project with Dr. Arina.
How will you evaluate microsnap? How will you know if it is working properly?
That is easy. I will compare the results of microsnap E. coli to 3M Petriform EC plates, an AOAC validated method for counting coliforms and E. coli on environmental surfaces.
What if you find that microsnap E. coli does not work? What will you do?
Not to worry, I will think of something. If all else fails, I can go back to my job at the region of Waterloo Public Health and continue my work in food safety inspections.